Hey guys, what's up? This is going to be a totally 100% spoiler-free video, and this is going to be exactly what I've been doing in-game to level up my jobs. There's going to be no frills, there's going to be no BS. Two caveats that I want to say is, this is clearly a lot of DPS. I have not been ferried by any tank or any healer friends, and I know that enough people have been seeing me in these dungeons who have been like, wait, are you the one that does the videos? And I'm like, yes. That there's enough people that can testify that yeah, I've been actually practicing what I preach here. So the second thing is that I am also a full-time software engineer, so my playtime has been very limited, and so all things considered, I am pretty proud of where I've been with the leveling. I am very confident in this method, and yeah. So let's get into probably the first thing is you've noticed that there is a lot of DPS here. A lot of DPS here. And especially because I really haven't been ferried by people in the queue. The number one thing that has been helping keep me sane during the queues, which average about 20 minutes for me, your mileage obviously may vary, data center may vary, but MSQ. And so how that technique works is you have an MSQ job. Mine right now is Dragoon. Let's say I want to level Bard, Black Mage. The very start, when you pick up the quest, or the very end, when you drop off a quest, is the only time that you actually need to be on, in my instance, Dragoon. But when you pick up the quest, you can immediately swap to, say, Bard, Black Mage, or whatever you want, and then you can actually do the cutscenes and everything on that job. There seems to be a few weird exceptions that I did run into, but overwhelmingly, even during a cutscene, I'll get that little confirmation pop-up of, hey, do you want to join this duty? And I'll say, yes, of course I do. And then I'll be whisked away, and then I'll be able to rewatch that cutscene after the dungeon is done. And so it has been minimally interfering with my MSQ experience. And so when would I recommend you start the leveling alts would definitely be that. But with one giant, huge level 100 caveat is get one job. I do not care which. For me, it was actually Monk. I know people are like, wait, what? Healers where? Where are the healers? We doing things a little different this expansion, but we'll talk about that later. But in terms of that, get any job to level 100, and that is so important because you get what is called an Armory Bonus. That is just an experience bonus to all your other jobs, and so I don't care if you spam roulettes and fates and MSQ and just throw all of your resources into one job and get it to 100 however you can. And so from there, now we can get into the actual technique. And this is going to be just very real and raw. Dawntrail is a brand new expansion. Our last exploration zone was like 5 years ago in Shadowbringers. So all of Endwalker. We haven't had a new thing with that. Maybe you could try Eureka Orthos. I have not heard amazing things about it, but maybe. Other things is, we don't obviously have a new Dawntrail Beast Tribe. We're so early on in the expansion that, and without things like a bozjan for Endwalker, our options are a little limited. So the first thing is every odd level gets a dungeon. That is the most optimal thing. Queue into a dungeon as you're doing the MSQ for all the odd numbers. Like you can see I have a pile of 99s because I don't have the 99 dungeon yet. I'm at 98 MSQ. So level 99 dungeons, or odd dungeons in general, roughly 2 of them will get you a level. If I could zoom on Red Mage, I would. You can see I'm just about there. That's just 2 dungeons. And then you can touch up from there. Odd levels. So even levels, my apologies. Even levels is when you have fates. These are shadowbringers, these aren't spoilers. And for fates, you get your bisexual gemstones. And bisexual gemstones are freaking great. So, where's the summoning bell? Bisexuals you just essentially go to the Fates, and they're really good experience. Let me talk about the experience first because this is a leveling video. Experience from Fates is really good in Dawntrail. Really good. You can defeat Forlorn Maidens. They give you an experience buff. It literally appears like a buff icon on your character. It'll boost your next thing. It's really good. If you open up your map, you can see some Fates. I'm scared to do it just because I want to keep it spoiler free. But if you open up your map, you'll see like a little Fate icon, and it'll have like an up arrow that gives you like boosted rewards and experience. That's really good. And then yeah, so just go through the Fates, collect a whole ton of bisexuals, trade in your bisexuals for some stuff, and yeah, people really love the bisexual ship. Like, they buy up bisexuals just like crazy on the market board. Like, I think probably the best way right now to make gil is really bisexuals. And then the other way for even levels is roulettes. And so with the roulettes, you have a few different options here. And so high level dungeons, leveling, not trials, main scenario, alliance raids, not really guild tests, not really normal raids, and frontline is good. Frontline is especially important because you get series experience, and for those who aren't familiar, there is a PvP battle pass that gets you super cool rewards, like this armor that I have. Do not leave your armor, do not leave your PvP battle pass to the last second. Doing your front lines definitely is helpful, and it's a truckload of experience. Like, I'm telling you, it's a truckload. Another thing worth noting for frontline is, say I queue in on Dragoon, I can change to Astro, or Bard, or Machinist, or whatever job when I'm in the instance, as long as I queue in on Dragoon, and then I get the experience on Dragoon. So if you don't like Dragoon in PvP and you want to be like an Astro, by all means, queue in on Dragoon, go Astro. For frontline. Not the others. Frontline. I don't want people saying in the comment. I have seen crazier comments, guys. I don't want someone in the comment claiming that I said that you can queue for leveling and change to Astro or something crazy like that. I have not said that. You did the comments section, yellow. The comments section. What else could I really say at this point? Like, one thing that is very important to note is that I think odd levels are way easier than even levels. And so let's say that my Dragoon, I got through the MSQ, and let's say that there's a sliver more experience here. Just a sliver. But I don't want to do a like dungeon, and I don't really want to get into the fate grind, so what could I do? We have 2 beast tribes, and people are going to be like, oh, this is a main leveling technique. And they're going to be like, the Arcasodara give me so much experience, as do the Fae. And I'm like, no, they give roughly 4 million if you combine them. And so they're really good if you just need to inch out a little bit on, say, 98. Because you know 99 has a dungeon, and it's going to be 2 runs of that dungeon and ding 100. So just at the very end, maybe use your Arcasodara there, and yeah. Really, that's kind of just my technique. That's just really all I'm doing. And I'm using the MSQ to keep my sanity. Yeah, those Qs are bad. Let's see, what else could I say? Yeah, that's kind of just it for my leveling technique. There is nothing fancy to it. Nothing fancy to it, but if you stick to it, I mean, keep in mind, I'm a full-time software engineer. Like, I have my day job, and I'm pretty impressed with this. I haven't had a healer ferry me through stuff. I'm clearly participating in the MSQ. I talked to all the NPCs, like all the NPCs around, but we'll save that for another video. Here's my quick and dirty leveling guide video. It's as frank and honest as one can get. And yeah, I'm just at my house and I like it, so I'm ending the video. I'm done.